How did you get into hand modeling?
I didn't plan it.
Okay.
It certainly wasn't something I went to college for. I had been told, that I had nice hands, mainly by my grandmother. But I went to a casting at one point for OPI polish and booked this big campaign. I thought, wow, grandma knows best. And made a card and just kind of started working.
Yeah.
Working one hand job to the next is my is my slogan. From Manhattan to Malibu.
Are you only hand, or do you do other stuff as well? Or
I do other parts. I do primarily hands and lips.
like, how would you prepare if you were going to a hand modeling job?
I don't really do a lot other than obsessively moisturize.
Okay.
I'm really convinced that a little lotion goes a long way. Now I do wear gloves more and more. I used to be the rebel hand model and be like, I'm not wearing gloves in the middle of summer. That's ridiculous. Now I do.
But I mean, there's no sort of like weird exercises or anything one has to do?
No, I mean, really, I'm more mindful with my hands now. Yeah, a broken nail or a little scrape or something could cost me some work, so I've learned to, be mindful of where I place my hands now. Healthy eating contributes to the way you look. They look for like nice long nail beds, symmetrical fingers, good skin tone.
How is one told to act? Like, do you have to act with your hands? What's the kind of, I guess it's different from set to set.
Exactly, from job to job. I mean, especially when I'm shooting commercials, you have to hit marks and you have to have, certain skill with your hands, because a lot of times you're doing things like chopping veggies or, pulling a little mascara wand.
Let's talk about some of that print work. I mean, what would you say was the most difficult job you ever had to do?
Obviously, hand modeling is not rocket science, but let's see. I mean, sometimes it gets sort of, I've been like between director of photography's legs, before doing, tabletop work.
Right.
Recently, I did a big campaign with some girls and hand doubled for them. So I had to kind of get, below them and kind of into their armpit and, I can't mention the product that I was holding, but,
Right.
while they posed, I kind of like,
That's hilarious. That's amazing.
yeah, so that's all.
So you're telling me that some of those models' hands that maybe I'm seeing in Vogue or something aren't.
Some of them
Fair.
aren't. I mean, probably most of them are,
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot of times they're either composited, like I'll shoot the hand and then they'll add it in post to the model, or other times we'll just do it live action like we were doing,
Right.
with
The magic of the camera.
exactly, and Photoshop.
Right, exactly.
It can be like go kind of days, like when I'm shooting for Essie, which I shoot for a lot, Essie nail polish, that can be 6-10 elaborate nail art looks a day. So
Right.
I can't text, or I mean I've recently had what do they call them, menage-a-cures or it's manicures with two manicurists working
At
on
one
either
time.
hand. Yes, I can't remember the correct term, menage-a-cure or something like that. So.
What would you say to a young model who's interested in getting into parts modeling?
Contact your local agency, modeling agency, see if they have a parts division, and if they do, ask what their protocol is. Do you send in pictures? Do they have an open call? And then just go from there.